updated my computer today and it was asking me all kinds of questions. So welcome, guys. I'm so excited you guys are here. Yay. It is a fabulous night. It's Tuesday, January the 17th. We're halfway through the month, and I am excited to be here with you tonight and talk about customer follow-up. If you were able to join us last week or you watched the recording, hopefully, I know some of you were on last week, and I'm sure the recording was watched. I really haven't looked to see who has viewed it, who has not. Sorry, my camera just went blurry. I have no idea. Whoop. Oh no, it doesn't like me. Anyways, we're gonna get started and not waste your time. So I'm gonna try one other camera real quick. Hi. All right, let's go back. Okay, it's probably going to go in and out tonight because I'm going to be showing things in my binders, which are right here. So I'm so excited you guys are here, though, and customer follow-up is something that I'm really working on for my own personal business this year. It's something I started and did some things last year. It's something now I want to do even more this year, and so I feel like it's something that not only I have missed out on opportunity with my customers, but I know that the whole direct sales system as a whole really misses follow-up. I don't know of a lot of companies out there that do really exceptional customer follow-up, and I feel like that's where we miss the boat. And I've been listening to different trainings, trying to figure out who is doing what and what kind of system is going to work, what kind of system is not going to work. And I feel like I've kind of got my system down now. So I'm going to kind of show it. Do I look blurry to you guys? I need to ask that before I start. Am I blurry? A little. Okay. A little. A little. Thanks, guys. Okay, hold on. I don't think that works. No, that's worse. We're going to play with the camera for a minute. Oh, shoot. That doesn't work either. Okay, let's go back. I don't know why it keeps focusing and doesn't focus. Let me see here. Let me try this. Nope, that's worse. Okay. I don't know why it's blurry, so I may have to do this again on Facebook. So let me see if I put my hand up. Okay, guys, we're going to try this. So basically, what I'm tonight going to talk about is last week we talked about kind of the wording that we would use for customer follow-up and when to follow up, right? So we talked about the 2-2-2. We talked about 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months, right? We know that I was really good last year at following up, like as soon as they ordered, and then following up with them with the tracking information, and then I kind of lost the boat. So I wanted to come up with a system to help me not miss out on opportunities. Here's the deal, guys. People who are ordering from us and people who are our customers and hostesses, these are already warm leads for us. And it's our job to follow up with them, whether they decide to purchase anything else or not. So what I'm about to share with you is my system that I've decided to use for myself. Now, you may not be a paper person and you want to try to put this into an Excel file or something, and you can totally do that. But I encourage you to come up with some type of system that works for you. Our home office suggests we make 3 contacts a day. 3 contacts a day to keep our business growing and help us continue to party and grow our team. So I have 2 binders, and I don't want this to overwhelm you, but I'm just going to share exactly what I have, and I will take questions after, and you guys can even hop on the phone or hop on the voice. You don't have to type it in the chat, but I have a big old fat binder, and it's my customer orders and follow-up. I also have another binder that I am doing just for leads. So in this binder is going to be something that I'm doing for vendor events, home office leads, anybody I meet out and about, and I fill out a little door prize slip or a piece of paper with their information on it. This is going to be for that, but I'm going to go over my order binder first. Now, you could combine them into one. I just wanted to keep things separate. Okay, so that's just me. So on the front, I just have some follow-up information about, The key to a successful business is in the follow-up. After every order, party, sale, follow-up always. And then just some extra tips, some statistics. 48%, we talked about this last week. 48% never follow up after the first contact. 25% of people follow up the second time. 12% of people follow up the third time. Only 10% of people make more than 3 follow-up or touch-ins. 10% say yes after the 4th time of being followed up. 80% say yes between the 5th and the 20th time. And so don't wait. The time will never be just right. So there's a couple of systems. One of the systems that we were shared a few years ago was the no lead left behind system. Now I do have these sheets in the front, and I'm going to post everything that I have, guys, that I put in this binder that is like paper worthy. You guys will have all of this. There's some opportunity scripts and things like that that I have here in the front. This isn't necessarily the script that I am using though. Trying to get the camera to focus back again. What I have is called the 2-day follow-up, the 2-week follow-up, and the 2-month follow-up scripts. This is something I shared last week, and again, I will share with you again after this call is over. But this is just something that I want to reference when I'm making those calls. The next sheet is what I have called pink bag calls, and it says pink bag calls are one of the most important ways 31 gifts offer pink glove service. They are easy, fun, and a great way to reconnect with your hostess and her guest after the party. The thing is I want to aim for at least 3 calls a day. Okay, so here's the deal. I just kept some stuff I wanted to keep in here. I have, in my binder, I have a folder, a pocket folder with each month on it. Okay, so there's January. Then I have little pocket folders that are 1 through 31 after January, because we're on the current month. Now, if you don't want to do pocket folders, you could just do a 1 through 31 tab and then hole punch everything if you wanted to, if you're wanting to do a binder. Behind the 1 through 31 are the rest of the months. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, blah, blah, blah. So the rest of the months are in here. So let me explain how I'm doing this. Each month, I will pull the month out. So for instance, I would have pulled January out, and it would have had order forms from the month of January in there. So let me just give you an example. I was working on February today. I'm going to give you an example. Okay, so February has things from 2 months ago at this point, and then my 2-week follow-up because we're near the end of January. So this is my February folder. It's full of order forms from 2 months ago. It's full of anything that I need to follow up in February. And so instead of doing 1 through 31 for each individual month, I am just putting them in a folder, making notes on the actual sheet, and then at the beginning of the month, I will pull this folder, I will move it to the front of my consultant binder, and I will file accordingly to who I need to follow up with on what day. Now, maybe every day seems a little bit overwhelming to you. Maybe you want to do it on a weekly basis. It's whatever system works for you guys. But for me, ladies, I have to do this on a daily basis. I want to be contacting people every 3 contacts at least every single day. So let me show you, for example, what I'm doing. I gotta hide some information though. I have, okay, so I have an order form, right? And basically, for instance, this person ordered on my website on Monday, January the 9th at 1:03 p.m. So before I start my 2-week follow-up, I am making sure that I am doing all of this, and I'll show you the tab I'm doing. So basically what happens here, let me just go back and start. I have my January folder, and I have 1 through 31. Then what I have in tabs before the 1 through 31 starts are 2 folders, one that says orders to be submitted. So any party orders or orders that I get individually that I haven't submitted yet, I'm holding in here, so I always have them. The next one is, these are orders that are placed. I've already sent their order confirmation, and they're awaiting their tracking information. Then I start with them of the 2-week follow-up, and that's when they go into the numerical order. So how this worked, starting with Lindsay's order, for example. Lindsay placed an order on January the 9th, okay? So she went and placed an order on January the 9th. open this email until I can forward it to her and take a minute on my email to forward her. So on the 10th, I sent an email thank you with her order confirmation forwarded on there, okay? Then I put that email or this printout in here. Because they're placed, I've sent the confirmation and I'm awaiting tracking information. Then I just got her email tracking information today. So I went ahead and tracked to see when she's going to actually have it delivered. I've already sent her her delivery. Yes, I am recording this. I've already sent her the delivery tracking information. So I wrote that on there, and then I know she's getting it, guys, on January the 18th. So I looked over at my calendar and said, okay, when is 2 weeks from the 18th? So 2 weeks from the 18th is February 1st. So guess when I need to follow up, 2-week follow-up with her, right over here, February 1st. So that's why she went into my February folder. Then on February 1st, I'm filing her accordingly. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Then what I'm doing is using the scripts we talked about last week. 2-week follow-up, right? So what are we going to say on a 2-week follow-up? I'm going to make sure she's gotten her product, making sure she's using the product and she loves the product, and I'm going to remind her about the 90-day guarantee. All right? Now, if a conversation happens where I want to share with her, just say, hey, I just want to make sure you knew the spring catalog has just came out, because it's going to be February 1st. That's the first day. I'll probably say, just want to make sure that you are part of my customer group, and if you'd like me to send you a catalog or a catalog link, please let me know. Pretty simple. I'm not trying to sell her anything. I'm providing customer service. I'm providing a service to her to make me stand out as her 31 girl. Everything I sign either says your 31 consultant or your 31 gifts girl. I want to make sure they know I'm their girl, and they're not going to stray to anybody else when somebody else is running some other kind of special or something. So after the 2-week follow-up, guys, on February 1st, then I will go, okay, now in 2 months, I need to follow up with her again, right? But what I want to do is make sure that I'm either going to do February 1st, so that would be March, April 1st. April 9th is when her 90-day guarantee is up. So what I might do is file this at the end of March so that I can make sure that I'm contacting her before that, okay? So that's kind of how I'm filing it in February, or how I'm filing it. Now let me show you something else. If I get an order form, or I have a party, I'm doing the exact same thing, guys. Exactly. So here is, what do I have? Okay. Let me pull one that's on thick. Here is a party. I don't think it has any information on it. Okay, here is a party from 12/7/16. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. So I have already sent tracking information. They know the party's been submitted. It's time for me. I am being completely transparent and honest with you, did not do the 2-week follow-up because I just implemented the system on the 1st. So what I've gone back and looked back at my last 2 months of parties, I counted back 2 months. I went ahead and printed off the print off that you can print from our order history, and then I have the order form stapled behind here. I have decided to go ahead and start this system 2 months prior to where my business was 2 months ago, so that I can try and start implementing this with these ladies. These ladies need to know about the new catalog, and so I'm going to be doing a 2-month follow-up. So what I've decided is to follow up with them on February 7th, 2017. That is 2 months after the party was submitted. So I filed them in February, and as February comes along, I'll put them in the date accordingly. Now here's why I like this system, guys. Let me find a folder. So tomorrow is the 18th, right? Let's say I'm not working in the office, but I'm going to my kids' baseball practice, or I'm going to a music program at school, or practice at the softball field, or whatever the case may be, is I still want to make 3 contacts a day. So I can literally pull my folder out, take it with me, and make those contacts with the people I need to follow up with. I don't have to take my entire binder. I just take the folder. Then when I get home, I file it back accordingly and move forward. Now, some of you may be thinking, okay, Dana, after you've done the 2-month follow-up with your customers and your parties, what do? One of two things. If at 2 months they are not responding to me and they don't seem interested in hosting their own party or interested in a new catalog or whatever, then I'm just probably, I'm going to file this in my fold and file under the month of December or whatever month the party is. And then what I will do is if somebody on here is wanting to book a party, so like Carrie is one of the girls on here, she usually hosts every 6 months, is I'm going to fill out a sheet and put her over in my follow-up binder for my leads, which is this one, because this is all about getting new parties, all about getting new team members. And so this one is where I will follow up with them again. I want to go ahead and make sure that I'm providing my customers who are ordering that 2-day, 2-week, 2-month follow-up. Hopefully at that 2-month follow-up, they're going to be intrigued enough to want a new catalog. If they want a new catalog, I'm going to fill out one of these sheets that is also from the No Lead Left Behind training, put their information on it, say I mailed them a catalog, and guess what? I have a whole new system I'm starting over with this person because the party is over, I've done the 2-month follow-up, but I just mailed them a new catalog, so that gives me reason to contact them again until they tell me not to contact them. So that's how that works. So this binder is always 2 weeks, 2 days, 2 months folder, and then I move forward. Hopefully that is kind of making sense to all of you guys. I kind of went a little fast, so I want to stop for just a minute, see if anybody has questions about that so far. And don't be afraid, there's no bad questions. Question. For me, it's just something I had to have. I had to have the script there. I can tell you guys, even just doing the tracking information and doing the 2-day follow-up and making sure I send them the order confirmation, it's made a huge difference in my business last year. Just that alone. Like my customers are used to it now. They expect it. And so for me, I figured this is something that I'm going to try to implement and do every single day. And guess what? If I don't get something done during the day, I'll just move it to the next day. But my goal is to make at least those 3 contacts a day. And the thing is that we should be checking with our customers anyways. How often do you order something and never hear from the person again, and you would like to reorder, but you don't even remember you don't remember who the consultant was, right? Or how to get a hold of them. So this is something that I want to do. The other thing that you can do is note on their order forms, guys, if they're at your parties and they're ordering something and they really love the rolling cooler that we no longer offer, well, guess what? It's coming out in spring. This gives you guys an opportunity to reach out to them because you've had that note on the piece of paper. Okay, so let's talk about then the next. There you go. See, Kim said she was super impressed when I followed up after her outlet sale orders, and here she is. That's right. Okay, see? It works, guys. Follow up. Follow up is key. That's the thing. Like, it's not being pushy. And if you didn't listen to Courtney Hawkins's pushy, not being pushy 31-minute call, the recording should be up tomorrow on 31today.com. Go to learn and go to 31-minute calls and January recordings, and you guys should see it there. We're not being pushy. We're doing our job. Like, that's the thing. Like, I've not been doing my job. And no wonder my sales have suffered. And no wonder my team has suffered. And no wonder we're suffering because we're not doing it. And it's my fault. Like, guys, I haven't been giving you guys a training of how to do it because I didn't have a system myself. Well, now we have a system. And whether this system works or a different system works, I don't care. Maybe you want to do, a different, 3-3-3 instead of 2-2-2, whatever system works. There are a lot of systems out there, but find something and do it and stick to it. Don't do it for a week and say, well, no one's responding to me. The reality is we know as consultants, and we heard it last week in our training call, guys, they're not going to respond to us right away, but it's okay. It's totally fine. Okay, so let's talk about this one, leads and follow-up. So this is when you get those pieces of paper at a vendor event like this. Find one here. like these. Oops. Okay, you got all these and you don't know what to do with it, right? So let me kind of show you the system that I have created for this year. I was great with following up with them 1 or 2 times, and then I stopped following up. And what I've decided to commit to this year is I'm not going to stop following up with them until they tell me no. And they have to tell me no, and that's totally fine. Like, I'm not going to stalk them every single day. I'm not even stalking them every single week, but I am going to be intentional, and I do want to make sure they know how great and amazing 31 is and what we have to offer. So I have the Who Do You Know list at the beginning, and I have both ones that you can find on 31today.com and print off. And then I also have the Celebrate No. Okay, because I'm going to celebrate my no's when they tell me no, which is fine. Then for everybody that I'm adding in here, they are going to get a contact information sheet, and this is going to help me follow up with them. I can even fill it out on the back if I want to. So this is kind of how I'm doing that. Let me show you. So first step is if somebody from a party in my other binder says, hey, I want to book a party, I'm going to fill out one of these forms and start following up with them in this system. I won't follow up with them anymore in that. But remember, that binder is only 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months system. It's only for my orders. I wanted to kind of keep them separate. So if one day I just want to go through more of my leads, I can do that. Okay. I have some scripts here in the front that I actually got from the tag team that I purchased. So I have that kind of in the front. And then what I have is I have January through December little folders like so. Okay. Behind the month of January, I actually have little clear pocket protectors, 1 through 31, and I've just kind of written with a Sharpie. I can't see at the bottom, okay? And these pocket protectors I like because they kind of open a little bit more than some of them do. So I've got them here in my binder. So kind of the same format as the last binder. So you have a pocket first with January, and then you have pockets for every single day of the month. So basically what I'm doing is, for instance, these are people that I haven't followed up with since vendor events in November, okay, November 23rd. So I'm going to follow up with them because there's a new catalog coming out, and I'm going to do that on one of the days in January. So I just put them in the 31st folder, okay? And so I know on the 31st, I'm going to check my customer order binder to see if there's anybody that I'm going to pull them from here. Once I reach out to them once, after I have reached out to them a couple of times, let me start over. Let's just say one of these is brand new from a vendor event. I'm going to reach out to her the day, 2 days max after. So the 2-day, okay, 2-day follow-up after she's filled out her door price slip. She may not respond. That's fine. I'm going to wait 2 weeks, and I'm going to follow up with her again. Now, if I have a door price slip, unless they're responding to me, they're just going to stay on this, and I will write a note on the back. So I'll do 2-day follow-up and write the date. I'll file it 2 weeks later and follow up again. If she doesn't respond in 2 weeks, I'm going to follow up in 2 months. Okay, so I'm still doing the 2-2-2 system. And then after the 2 month, I'll follow up every 2 months to just check in and make sure she knows what's new and happening with 31. So they'll just keep rotating throughout this book until she says, hey, please leave me alone. A lot of the times they will not do that. So now, what I'm doing also is if I get, now some of you know are qualified for home office leads. So if you're a senior consultant, you have $1,000 in sales in a month and a new team member, you will get a home office lead. So what I'm doing for home office leads is printing their information off from our back office. Then I'm letting myself know when I mail the packet. I'm letting myself know when I follow up. And look at that, guys. I have not followed up with this person since July. Shame on me. So my goal is to go through the people I stopped following up with and let them know about this new incredible catalog that we have going on. Now, I'm not going to be able to get to all of them every single day, but I'm going to do a few at a time and make sure I get through them by the end of the month. So I filed them accordingly. So again, it's a 2-day, 2-week, 2-month follow-up. And a lot of these people that I've slacked on following up, because I'll be honest, I have, I want to make sure they know about the new catalog and make sure that I can confirm their address. That's what I'm trying to get them to respond to. And then if I can get them to confirm and respond, then of course, then we can start that train of events of trying to get them to host a party, join our team, join my VIP customer group, whatever the case may be. But basically, every single month, as I'm getting new people, so after I check in with these people at the end of January, I'm going to file them into March and follow up again in March. Then I'm going to wait 2 months and follow up again. And so I always have people to follow up with. Does that make sense? So it's super important that we offer that. So questions about any of this? It's really simple when you get it set up. And when you have the verbiage and you're not being pushy, you're just letting them know how excited you are about the new opportunities that we have going on with 31. Everybody loves 31. And you're providing that service to them that another consultant might not be doing. I do just have one. Yes, Ashley, good question. So I just have one set. So let's see if it'll do this. Get blurry here. Let me flip open here. Can you see? So there's January right here. And then behind it are my clear pockets, okay, all the way 1 through 31. And then I start with February, March, April, May. So I'll just move everything that I've moved into February into the 1 through 31. So I have to file everything at the beginning of the month, but I'm okay with that. So I had pocket protectors for 3 months worth, and it was just way too heavy, and I decided not to do that. I write on, so good question, Christy. So Christy asked, so how do you take them 2 weeks and 2 months out? So basically, let's just start with the ones I'm doing at the end of January. So for instance, this one, I'm going to write on the back when I contact her. So I'll write January 31st contacted. I'm following up 2 weeks later. So the 31st, so 2 weeks later would be the 14th of February. So then I will file her into February 14th. And I'll write it on here, follow up February 14th. On the 14th, I'll follow up with her. If she still doesn't respond, I'm going to file her 2 months later. So that would be April 14th. So then I'm going to put her in the April folder. When April comes, I'll file her in the 14th because I've written what day I need to follow up on. And then if she doesn't contact me, I'm going to follow up with her again in June 14th and so forth. So, and even if it's not the 14th, it's sometime that week, at least I'm following up 2 months later. So the 2 week is only the first time so I get a new home office lead, or I get a new lead, or somebody's reached out to me on Facebook that I don't know. I'm going to follow up with them once I send them information 2 weeks after, and then I'm going to start my 2 month system or after that. Does that make sense? Well, every month has pockets, Christy. Does that make sense? So because I'm going to write what day. So each month I pull out. So like here is May. So every month has pockets. So in May, it may say May 15th, follow up. Until May rolls around, all my May ones that I need to do are going to be in here. And I've got the date of what I need to do. And then what I'm going to do is pull all of these out and put this at the front of the binder and then file them accordingly on the clear pockets of what month. Make sense? Good question. So yeah, that to me it's taken me almost 2 weeks to try to get the system of what I want. And if you're looking for systems, there's a lot of systems on YouTube. This one is just the one I decided to do. Other questions, guys? Questions? This is going to take some time, but I'm anxious to monitor myself for a year to see what kind of difference it makes. And I'm going to encourage you guys. I know it's scary. It's scary for me too, but I'm going to try phone calls. look, I got to do something for my own personal business. And phone calls is one way that's going to make me stand out over everything else. I'm going to try phone calls, and I'm also, especially with my customers. Now, home office leads and leads that I get at a vendor event, I may try just messaging first. But my customers deserve to hear my voice. They've earned, they deserve that, guys. They deserve to hear from you, not in just a random email that looks like a script. They should hear your excitement. So if you're not comfortable on phone, the other method I'm going to try, because I do have a lot of my customers on Facebook and I'm friends with them, is I'm sending them voice messages over Facebook Messenger. Just checking in with them. They may not respond. That's totally fine. But they deserve to hear my enthusiasm, my voice, me saying thank you personally. That is something they all should do. You need a caller, Christy. You need to call her. And if you didn't watch Courtney Hawkins's call last night, you need to go and watch that, because you're not being pushy. If that's what she wants you to call. And most people, guys, when I get a phone call, so let me give you an example. I have a friend who's a realtor, and we probably won't be selling our house for at least a year or two, I'm guessing. But she wants our business, but she's also a friend of mine, and she will randomly call me every couple of months just to leave a voicemail letting me know that she's thinking of me and that she is my friend and that she wants to make sure that things are going okay, and that's it. It's not a pressure to, hey, put your house on the market. There's something about getting a voicemail from a cheerful, happy person, just saying, hey, I was thinking about you, girl. I miss you. Would love to meet you for coffee. That, to me, is something that I want my customers to know that I love about them. Hey, when can we get together for another girls' night? I'm not pushing them. I'm just offering. And so the thing is that we will stand out. If you want to stand out among all the other consultants that are out there, a phone call will make a world of difference. And yes, it's scary. And most of the time, guys, they're not going to answer anyways, because most people avoid their phone. There is an app, Kelsey, good question. The app, yes, it is called, oh my gosh, I just lost the train of thought. It's called, hold on, I'll tell you. There is an app that goes straight to voicemail. Sky something? No. Anybody remember what it's called? There is an app. Spy Call. Yes. Thank you, Jamie. I knew that was it. Yes, there is an app that does that, guys. If you're not okay with calling, let me just suggest this. Start with Facebook Messenger and leaving voice messages. Think about, so here's something that you can, yes, I think it's Spy Call. Is it Spy Call? Here's something that I'm going to challenge you all to do. So for those who are newer, this won't apply to you because you weren't here during the outlet sale, but Spy apps. What was it called? Slide Dial. There we go. Slide Dial. S-L-Y-D-I-A-L. Okay, Slide Dial is that app. Yes. You could start with that, or here's the other thing. You guys have outlet sale orders from customers. It's time to follow up. It's time to follow up with them. A couple of things is there is going to be 20 items at 20% off that are part of our retirement list starting this Friday. It's time to follow up with them and say, hey, I know you love a good deal. We've got these amazing items and I'm having a Facebook party. I would love to add you to the event. Would you like to be invited? It's just that simple. And doing it via Facebook Messenger voice message. I'm daring you all to try that. And if you're a brand new consultant, I'm daring you to use that to invite them to your very first Facebook launch party. Okay? I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. It makes a world of difference. And it's scary, yes, but at least on Facebook voice messenger, they don't answer. So your phone's not ringing. The only thing is you have to remember is you can't delete it. So I'm going to encourage you guys to do that because it is a huge challenge. Now, any other questions about the binders before I move to the announcements that came out today? Just think of what our team and you guys, your personal business, and the growth that you guys will have in this next year. You're starting at the beginning of the year. Think where a year from now, where you could possibly be if you do nothing more than make 3 contacts a day. Kim, good question. So Kim is a new consultant. She said, should I concentrate on the 20 at 20% off or the launch party or both? I'm going to encourage you to do both just because it's the end of the month. But yes, tomorrow, those new girls, I mentioned this to Evelyn earlier, but those girls who join this week, you guys are going to be getting a message from me kind of on my tips and tricks for you for this whole Facebook thing. So stay tuned, Kim, but I would focus on both and you'll get some additional information from me tomorrow. Carla loves the binder idea. She uses Excel at work. With my business, I love the binder. You're absolutely welcome. I love binders. I'm a binder girl. And the reason I love the pockets is, guys, I can simply, if I'm going to go work at a coffee shop for the day, or I've got to run up home to my parents or something, I can literally pull out the 2 pockets and take them with me. I mean, you can take them to ball practice. You can take them anywhere. And it doesn't mean you're going to make phone calls every single day, but I would encourage you to do that maybe once a week. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So, and I shared this last week. One of the girls that's in the 4K group, Rachel, she shared her follow-up system on a video, and she does the no lead left behind. That's paperwork I'm going to share with you. And she has a video. I think I've shared it in our group once already, but I'll make sure. Guys, she does $6,000 a month in sales. And she said before that, she wasn't doing hardly anything. It's all attributed to making phone calls and following up. So I'm just going to encourage y'all to make the phone calls, make the follow-up contacts. So you don't have to call them the first 2 times, the 2-day, the 2-week, but maybe the 2-month, try and follow up. So, okay, if there's no more questions on that, the one thing, sorry, I'm going to put this back in my binder, I'll forget. The one thing I want to go over is a few of the announcements that was shared today. So, you probably saw on 31today.com a couple of announcements, and more is coming about the 20 items at 20% off. I kind of did a teaser on our groups today. Not all the details are ready yet, but they will be ready by the end of the week. Next week, they're doing a goodbye to fall, hello to spring Facebook party. So if you've been with 31 this past fall and summer, was it fall or summer? We did a live, it was fall, it was October. Our birthday bash Facebook party. Anybody remember that? It's kind of crazy. Okay, so they're doing something similar on the 31 Gifts Facebook page starting next week on the 24th. So if you haven't liked the Facebook page of 31 Gifts, go and do that. And then they're going to set up an event, and you can go and attend the event and watch what they're doing. Now, they're encouraging you all to do one of 2 things. I'm going to encourage you to do one of 2 things. I'm only going to encourage you to do one thing. I don't want you adding all your friends to that Facebook party that they're doing, okay, guys, because your customers are going to get confused. I'm just saying. I am going to encourage you to set up your own Facebook party. Now, we have some new girls. This is the perfect time to do your online Facebook launch, right? Let me give you the rundown of what I'm doing and then give you the option of what I would suggest doing, one of 2 things. Yeah, it became a nightmare, right, Christy? Okay. So we all know, let me grab it. We have this, right? The retirement list that's on TOT. Okay, so I have this big desk calendar, and before Home Office announced this today, I had already decided I was doing a live Facebook party event for the retirement list. And each day I was going to talk about a couple of the items that are on the retirement list. So I broke it down by day. I was going to run my party Monday through Friday. Now, then they announced, oh, we're going to do 20 items at 20% off. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to start my party on the 20th, which is a Friday, and I'm going to run it through the 27th. I don't typically do this for a week, but I'm going to do this. Now, let me tell you why I'm doing it this way. Monday is when the 20 items for 20% off start, all right? That's a Friday. Fridays are paydays. So I'm starting it on a Friday. I'm ending it on a Friday because that's the end of the month. So that should probably be another payday. So people usually have a little extra cash. And when things are on sale, that is something that they're able to afford and do because it's the end of the month. So Friday, I'm setting up a Facebook event. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. Probably not the same thing that home office is doing because everybody's going to be doing that. And we like to be unique and different because we're sparkling stars, right? So it might be called Out with the Old and with the New. It might be called Dana's Retirement Party. It might be called, I don't even know, anything creative. Now, for you newer girls, you could call it your Facebook party launch. Your 31 Gifts Facebook party launch, Kim's Facebook party launch, Evelyn's Facebook party launch, whatever you want to call it, okay? I probably wouldn't call it a retirement party just because it's your launch party. But, you know, share your excitement in your theme. You could come up with a creative theme even. Now, on Friday the 20th, I am going to let my customers know that I am doing this event for a week. I gave them a heads up tonight. I revealed my new 4K group kit that I got today. I'm going to do a video for you guys tomorrow. But I opened it live in my customer group, and then I let them know at the end, hey guys, here's a heads up. The catalog is ending soon. If you want to stock up on some of your favorites, I am doing a Facebook party the 20th through the 27th, and let them know that this invitation is coming. On Friday, I'm letting them know the official party starts Monday, but if you want to stock up on your favorites now, here are the 20 items that are on sale for 20% off. Here's the party link that I've set up in my virtual office, okay? I'll probably post on the evening of the 20th again and a couple of times on Saturday and Sunday, but I'm not going to do anything major this weekend. I'm going to just let them party, and I'll probably just share some ideas that I find on Pinterest of some of the items that are the 20% off, right? Then on Monday, that's when the real, for me, party starts for my Facebook party customer group event. I have written Monday through Friday items that I'm going to talk about, all right? So what I'm letting my event know is that I'm going to be live on my event. I'm going live. Why am I going live? Because my customers love that, and it's better than a post. So I'm going live. Whether I have all these products or not, I'm going to talk about them and share ideas with them. So I'm always going to be talking about retirement items. So I'm going to talk about, the first day, I'm going to talk about the Away We Go roller, right? I'm also going to let them know, hey guys, if you want that, you can get it. Spend $200. It creates your own party. We submit it on Friday. Your friends can take advantage of that 20 items at 20% off, and you can get that Away We Go roller before it goes away for good. Okay, so I have people that I know still want that roller, so that's an opportunity for them to get their hands on it before the month ends. Number 2, on Monday, I'm going to talk about the go-to tote. And then number 3, I'm going to talk about the navy pinstripe pattern because that pattern is going away, okay? So my plan is in the morning going live, in the afternoon going live, and once again in the evening. I'm also going to let them know I'm only going live for about 2 minutes each time to really share whatever I've got around here or ideas I found online, and just let them know that I'm going to share the retirement items with you this week. So catch the videos live if you can. If you can't, watch the recordings later. Okay, day 2, which is Tuesday, I'm going to talk about the square storage bin, the leather stitch bracelet, and the ribbon stripe pattern. Okay, now you guys can choose what you want to talk about. I just kind of look to see what my customers really like, what I like, and what I know at parties they like, and so that's kind of how I'm doing it. So each time I'm live, those are the items I'm talking about. Okay, day 3, which is Wednesday, the perfect party set, the delicious thermal, and the City Swiss charcoal Swiss dot. What do they call it? Is that the name of it? I'm just brain dead all of a sudden. That didn't sound right. City Swiss charcoal? I guess that is. City charcoal Swiss dot. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of words. Okay. Thursday, Daring Cobalt, the blue, the Radiance necklace and the Miles of Style in the blue and the red. I want to make sure my customers don't miss out on that. Day 5, Friday, the lavender Swiss dot, right? Or the lavender print. The stone charm, the chalk it up. For some reason, my customers love that little chalk it up push chalk holder thing. The white poppy print and the taupe dancing dot print. I looked in the new catalog. It is really not in there. I'm assuming it's going to be an online only, but I've decided to talk about it because I have customers who like it. But you could take and talk about whatever you wanted. So during the week, I'm going to give the opportunity to earn prizes that I have items laying around here in my office I'm willing to give away. Now, why do I suggest guys doing a Facebook party? It's not just to get sales this month. Yes, sales are great. Yes, we want to offer our customers the opportunity to get these items at 20% off. But my other main purpose of this party is also to get bookings for February, right? I want to get bookings. So I may have a couple of incentives for them to book a party. In February, being one of my first, February hostesses. I'm also thinking about doing my Hostess of the Month Club again. So I'm going to be talking about that. And that may be a couple of things that I talk about this coming weekend before the actual party starts. And then I may do one big grand prize giveaway on Friday after everybody's placed orders. So if they place an order, they get an entry. If they book a party, they would get an entry. If they join my team, they get more entries. If they join my VIP group, they get an entry, or they share this event with a friend, they get an entry. Come up with creative ways for people to earn entries, right? That gets them interactive. Or you could do a giveaway for every comment that they comment something, or a question about your job, or a question about 31. Come up with ways, maybe a guessing game about one of the products, but have them interact with you. The more people that you can participate, the better. And I know you can just post graphics and post all day long, guys, but people don't pay attention. They don't pay attention. I love you all, and I'm saying that with my most honest self. I'm saying that with you guys because people don't pay attention. They will pay attention to you in live video. For Kim, for instance, you have a brand new kit, right? So share your kit. Go live and share your kit. People want to see your excitement, and they want to see the products in person.